my guitar hero mentor up in Portland, Oregon is this guy, John Stowell. He's a jazz guitarist, originally from New York. Came to Portland for a 2-week stint with David Friesen, the great jazz bassist. And as he put it, ended up staying 35 years. He fell in love with Portland, Oregon, which is where I'm born. I used to follow him around when I was a college student. Either you're hooked or you're not, and I got very hooked on jazz, obviously, and seeing someone contribute so greatly to the vocabulary of jazz guitar, to create a whole new thing in this day and age was mind-blowing. It was like part Jim Hall, part Bill Evans, but then his own thing. He sort of takes these chords and he almost starts with the extensions. When I play with him, I feel like I'm about 4 feet off the ground. Like he's so good that his sense of time and rhythm, his swing is so deep. It's very heady, but it's also very soulful. And he just picks you up. Like when you're playing with him, I can't even describe it. You feel like you're in the clouds. I've seen him play with John Pisano, the guitarist that used to play with Frank Sinatra, great, kind of a legend here in LA. And I've seen him play with so many different groups, a big band in Portland. I've seen him play with Nancy King, this great jazz singer who was the last wife of Sonny King, one of John Coltrane's friends. And I've seen him with Dave Friesen. I've seen him in various settings, and he always stands out. You can call any tune in any key, no problem. It's always just mind-blowing. He was a person that I was extremely worried about. He'll play 300 days a year. He'll hop in his Toyota and drive up and down the West Coast, do a clinic and a coffee house in San Diego, a clinic and 3 gigs in LA. He just works constantly. I sort of call him like a Buddha, he's this humble, beautiful, amazing human being, like vegetarian, gentle, kind man. He's one of the main reasons I play music. He should get, his accolades, like what you're talking about. He's just one of those people. My approach to jazz is completely informed by him. The first chord that I got was, he'll take a major triad and put like a flat 2 in the bass, and that chord can move in minor thirds just like a diminished chord. I could play that for either an A7 sharp 9, or I could play it as an E flat chord, flat 9, E flat 13 flat 9, which would be this. And he started to open my mind to harmony. He'll play dominant chords, and there's this rule in music school, like, okay, no thirds and fourths in the chords at the same time. Well, if you listen to Thelonious Monk, he's playing thirds and fourths in the chords at the same time. There's John's chord. Here's another John chord. But he's got this pianistic kind of approach in a way.
Is that something that you noticed immediately when you saw him the first time, or is that something that just grew on you?
I've heard a couple of hundred jazz guitar players, amazing jazz guitar players, from Metheny to Benson to Jim Hall to Schofield with Miles, Mike Stern with Miles. And I saw John and I was just like, he said somebody once described his hands look like spiders moving across the neck. He's super funny. He's almost got, like Bill Evans said, you get all this knowledge and ability and hear all this stuff, but you still have to sort of take a childlike approach to things.